You played on a lot of great Ravens defenses.
The great defense of Miami Hurricanes, that championship.
For
game.
sure,
That's
yeah,
one
that
of
was
them.
of individual players in college history.
We would beat any college team. Word.
You enjoying yourself?
I'm coolin', man.
Okay, just let me know if anything goes wrong.
I will.
Yeah, you played against, you faced a lot of legendary quarterbacks. And just to name two of them, Tom and Peyton, obviously.
Yeah.
So those guys were just amazing. They played in a different era. Could you play in this era?
Yeah.
What would you do in this era?
Pick off more balls.
Mm-hmm.
They throwing more. They throwing a lot more, which is exciting for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was a ball guy. Like, I'll hit you, but we know getting that ball
They got the ball, man.
is where it's at.
Right.
Turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, I would love to play in this league right now.
How frustrating is it to watch the game today, or is it frustrating, or is just you just enjoy it overall?
It's a little bit with the rules, but you know, I knew the rules. When we was in the league, man.
Started changing.
Every year, we had those referee meetings. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, every year? Ain't no way, dude. They implemented a rule every year. So, like I tell people, I saw it coming. Like, it was already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I know about life and in football, like, you got to be able to adjust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we them type of people. You know, you got to be able to adjust. So, yeah, man, bring on this league right now. It'd be love, you know. We was on the tail end of it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we were the first ones to get suspended and fined
Man.
for the helmet to helmet.
Yep.
You know, so, and I argued it, man, it's a bang play.
Right.
You know, I'm like, how you take football out of football and all that stuff.
right.
So, like, you just got to adjust
But
to
even
it.
with that, I guess, to go further, it takes some sort of, a certain type of aggression to go and make those plays. But then you sort of, there's a fine line where you're aggressive in trying to make that play, and then boom, you know, one of those penalties kind of take over.
Yeah.
And then the frustration sets in. So I guess the question I was asking from that point of view, and if you could play well, I know you could play in today's game, but would it be as special?
Yeah, man. I honestly think it'd be more plays. Honestly. Because if the work ethic stays the same, I think it's the same. And I don't believe the work ethic would change.
Yeah.
I don't see cats working as hard. I don't see cats separating themselves and doing the things that I saw us doing on the field. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the physicality that y'all had at that position. And I know it's been kind of watered down, but you're a dog.
Yeah.
Like, you figure it out, you know? So I think it's been watered down a good bit, and it has cats thinking, overthinking. That's one thing I never did to this game and I never will do. It's football.
Right.
I'm not overthinking football.
Yeah.
Now, I would adjust to the rules that they have, in which I did that every year. I had to. As a DB, you can't touch guys after 5, this, that, or whatever. We knew they were making rules to make it easier for y'all.
Yeah.
That's the business model.
Yeah.
I like to say this was the business
That's it.
model.
Yeah.
That's
Change the
truly it.
rules. You got
More scoring.
More scoring, more TV time out, bigger TV deals, bigger sponsorship, bigger opportunities.
That's what fans
bigger
want.
pockets.
Exactly. That's
So
what it's
I
all
think that
about.
was a
So
progression that
once you
was-
know that,
Right,
okay, it's all good then.
right.
Yeah, I'm shit. One thing I know, and I believe y'all knew the same thing in Pittsburgh. Defense can't complain.
Nope.
We got to go back regardless.
Yep.
Man, bring it on, man. All the football.
Right.
Bring all the football on.
Yeah.
And even the games you hated with the 100 plays against Peyton. Like, dude, Peyton go try to run as many plays against you as possible.
Better
Yep.
believe it.
Him and Brady and them would do that, man. I was like, shit.
Who's the best of the two?
I always say 1A, 1B. You pick it however you want it. 1A, 1B, bro. And you can't rule out the guy that was in Pittsburgh.
They saw us a lot. Like, that was the different thing. You know, you talk about those rules. Most of them was made with videos from our games. Like honestly, like, you be sitting in the room and they be like, you can't do this year. And it'll be Ed or Ray, or it'll be Debo, James Harrison,
Yeah.
Troy, and me. And be like, yeah, well, they might as well just bring these two teams together and just show the video at one time.
Truly.
You know, like, that's what it's.
Hey, Reed, and you a nice dude. I measure number time. We done, you know.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
But you always on the edge of pissed off, though.
Yeah.
It's like you smiling now, but I can see you cussing my ass out if I ask the wrong question right now. Like you always like.
I'm an old school cat like
Listen,
that.
motherfucker, listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's that, I think it's that edge. It's almost, they talk about that switch.
Yeah.
And I see you off the field and on the field, that switch. Where does that switch come from? Because I swear to God, like if you got mad right now, I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah,
but
man,
you smiling.
It's that old school way, bro. I'm real old school. You know, them old school cats was pretty down to earth, but they was serious when it came down to it. Like that comes from my dad, man. My dad the nicest cat, but you piss him off, it's pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just how it was, man. That upbringing for me was like that, you know? So, you know, it's like you handle your business, you go to work, you do what you got to do, and then you let loose. You know, when I saw them pissed off, they was pretty pissed off.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's where that come from. That's funny shit.
It is, man.
That's
like,
why I smoke cigars, man.
to smooth that shit out. 'Cause
mellow it all out, dog.
Yeah, it's certain people that I know, like E. Reed will swing on you. Like,
I ain't gonna swing on you,
You
dog.
would, though.
I ain't got. Look, I love my freedom. I love my freedom, man.
Appreciate you,
I
brother.
come bearing gifts.
Thank you, brother.
Man,
Love
appreciate
it,
you.
love
You
it,
know,
love
whether
it.
you
sir.
smoke or not,
I
gotta
do,
bring
though,
it
actually.
to
Hey,
E. Reed.
you. Reed.
you know, many would argue that you're the best safety in the history of the NFL. You know, it's either yourself or Sean T. Obviously, we know Sean's career, life, for that matter, was cut short. But that's always the argument. And both you guys played at the University of Miami, which is a hell of a coincidence. The mind of Ed Reed, just back there, like, you do stuff that guys are not supposed to do. We were just talking about Belichick and Brady.
Yeah.
They're both game planning for you together.
Yeah.
And you played on one of the best defenses of all time. That
Hell yeah.
2000 Ravens defense.
No.
I was after that.
No.
Oh, 2000.
We came out. We
was
came
that?
out in 02.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we came out in
So it
02.
was after that. My apologies.
Yeah.
But
No,
you
you're
played
good.
on a lot of great Ravens
The
defenses.
great defense of Miami Hurricanes, that championship.
For
defense.
sure,
That's
yeah,
one
that
of
was-
them.
Do you
that
think
was-
that's the, when you look back at that team and see not only how great y'all were collectively as a team, but how the individuals went on and had great careers, do you think that's the greatest collection of individual players in college history?
We would beat any college team. I guarantee that.
In the history of college
In
football?
the history of college football.
That 2015.
2001, 2002.
What?
2019 LSU.
Oh, you talking
LSU.
about we beating them, bro. We got more experience, man. We got maturity here. You talking about kids in a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I look at stuff after not 06, but college-wise, about 05. You know, things tend to change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the rules got different and everything.
true.
The game was different. But yeah, man, we beating anybody. We had more maturity, and like you said, Sean T was the backup.
Yeah.
Right.
The boys were special teams.
Right.
And they was dogs when they went in there. We was still not allowing a lot of points when they went in there. And look what they did the year after. You know, one of the other teams was the year before, but we lost to Washington on some coaching stuff.
So back to my original question, I was a bit long-winded. You were really the quarterback of the defense. You know how they say he's the quarterback of the defense? Like, that was your mindset. But trying to get into the mind of Ed Reed, what was it just in you? Was it film study? How much do you contribute to just a skill, I don't even fucking know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
I
do.
you had it.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You just had it.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
get 64 of them things if you ain't got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But how much film study also contributed to
A lot of film
that?
study. A lot of film study. You know, coming to Baltimore, we didn't have a lot of pieces like y'all had.
Mm-hmm.
They were our rivalry. You know, y'all were too
Right.
early in the game, and obviously us in Miami battled constantly, you know, but y'all had a lot of pieces. We didn't have those pieces. And I truly did look up to Michael Jordan, guys like that. He did more. He did extraordinary things. You know what I'm saying? So I had already did a lot of that growing up. playing street football. And the answer to your question is repetition.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't coach reps.
Right.
You got to get reps in. I had a lot of reps in Louisiana, man. A lot of reps, bro. Playing street football, playing freaking flag football, tackle. Just that's what we did. That's all we had. You know what I'm saying? So I count a lot of that to repetition. But once I got to the league, it was damn show film study. I would constantly film study. You see clips of me doing the Ravens wire. I had the whole DBs, if not the defense, at my house. Like, come watch film, bro. I was not selfish when it came to winning and treating my teammates or giving to my teammates. I would, man, buy plenty food, give them supplements, whatever I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I just felt we wasn't deep like that when it came to every position. Like, I could think of teams they had, like, damn, they stacked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, the 06 team we played. You know, I think that 06, 08.
Yeah, it was 08.
08.
Played in the AFC Championship.
And AB first year, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
was 10.
Yeah.
That was 10.
I'm like,
We'd
bro,
have beat y'all late.
look at that. Like, they boys a stack, you know? So I was like, and we ain't had no offense. So I was like, man, I have to be that guy doing a little bit more. So I was like, you know, make them sacrifices, man, you know, and not go out, you know, study. I used to leave work an hour and a half later, I'm watching tape at home, you know, smoking a cigar, drinking on something, you know, just sitting there watching it, man. You know, it's like become a coach.
When you walked into the stadium for those games, I'm gonna say on our side, we weren't playing y'all offense. I didn't care about Joe Flacco. I didn't care who was on the other side playing offensively. You know, me and Troy knew, say, man, Ed's gonna do something that at some point we gotta make a play to match it. We knew Ray was gonna do something. T. Suggs was gonna get to the quarterback. So that means James had to do, like, you understood that going into the games. When you look back at the rivalry of Pittsburgh and Baltimore during our times, what are some of the thoughts that stick out to you?
Can I light the cigar as you say rivalry? First off, bro, like, I don't think you get the credit that you deserve.
Appreciate it, man.
As a safety, as an athlete. I know you.
Right.
But I also know what you put into the game. My mental was strong, but yours is just as stronger. Like, you knew the game in and out. There's a reason why you're sitting in that chair today, bro. So I commend you,
Man,
bro,
thank
for
you,
not.
man. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, you're not getting the pub that you deserve, man. I know you deserve it, dude. Future Hall of Famer. But yeah, it was just that. Whose defense gonna be the best today?
Yeah.
Even with y'all. It's like, who's gonna be the best defense today? It's different with y'all. Y'all, you know, you had you. You know, it's like, you gotta stop Fred T.
That was it.
Oh man, you had to stop Fred T. Like, you gotta deal with Fred T.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it was who's gonna be the better defense today? You know, that's how you win this game. And I mean, that's what it was. You know, we even in the AFC Championship game, I think about it, it's like we gave up that play. You know, it was back and forth, but we gave up the play. You know, so that was definitely the mentality, bro, without a doubt. Like, you knew y'all was gonna do something, you know, and we gotta be the big brother. We was the big brothers of the team. Right. You know, it's like, who's gonna show up today, man? It was gonna be tough in Heinz Field always. Oh my God, dude. Terrible.
Yeah, when you think about, you know, things that I remember from Ed Reed, I like to go through the moments. Your speech has made it to TikTok, right? Don't ask me if I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt. Can you take me through what led to that, though, Erie? Were you not supposed to play, or?
No, I was hurt, but that was 2001, my senior year. I got to take you all the way back to 1997, my freshman year for that.
Curtis Johnson recruits you.
Yep. And I redshirted, and we playing in Florida State, and I didn't dress. I'm on the sideline, and they kicking the ass. It's like 47-0 was the game. Samari was on the team.
Yeah, don't know.
Knob and them came out on one series, we driving down the field, they took the first team out. You can go watch the game. They took the first team out. We got to like the 35 offensively. They put their ones back in and kicked us out of field goal range. Dude.
Wow.
Like, they wanted to shut us out. And I'm on the sideline watching all this, like, man, I ain't coming for that. Like, you know, I've already embraced myself in orange and green, and like, I'm orange and green all through and through. I actually grew up rooting for the other team, though. Mm-hmm. But I'm here. Like, it's over. I'm with Miami, but damn, I ain't come here for that. So I remember that. You know how you turn back and you look at them games you lost, you be like, remember this moment, you know? That's what it was. It was that moment. Mm-hmm. So I'm yelling at them, boy, we winning for one, but I went in the locker room early because I had sprained my AC joint or something like that, sternum bruised. I go in there, I'm getting changed, and everybody walking in, as you can see the clip, the beginning, I'm taking my stuff off. Yeah. Everybody's like, man, you all right? You all right? You good? You all right? You all right? And I ain't never said nothing just like to the end of it, like, stop asking me if I'm hurt, dude. I want to win this game, basically. Right. Like, it's like, dude, we winning though. Right. We winning the games. Like, I ain't want them to score, bro. Like, I wanted to shut them out, you know, and they just couldn't feel my pain. They wasn't there. They didn't remember 97, you know what I'm saying? So it's all
turned into. I want to kind of pivot, you know, pun intended, actually, and, you know, just kind of talk about some of the human aspects of Ed Reed, because we've talked about the football. I actually know that as great as you were at Destrehan, it wasn't like you were recruited by everybody.
Right.
Right. You had to go to Miami. You proved yourself, become one of the best in the country. Should have won the Thorpe Award, in my opinion. Had 2 years where it was very possible for you to win it.
Thank you, bro.
You know, you didn't. First round pick. All of these things are great, right? We watch you play. But you also, I think it was in 2011, found out your brother had disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, headed into Kansas City, there was no resolution. There wasn't any news to sort of calm you, and you had to go out and play. Team eventually gives you the game ball after that. But I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the feeling of finding out that your loved one can't be found.
That was tough. Thank God for parents, because it was more on them, right? I was thinking about, because they lost a son. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm losing a brother, and it hurt, But I was like, you gotta be strong for your parents. I called home, and my dad picked up. My dad was like, what can you do? You can't do nothing. Like, you come home and what? You know, life goes on, sort of say. It's like, play your game, when you finish, come home.
Wow.
That's what your brother would want anyway. Play your game, come home, then we go from there. Because you can't do anything. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, Dad hit me with that, so it was regroup. We flew out. That was that Saturday. Like, we flew to Kansas City, right? Shit, about an hour after. Steve was like, and that's one thing I love about the team at the time, man. We were such a brotherhood, but Steve was like, you know, whatever you need, pretty much. You know, it's like, I'm playing the game. He was like, after the game, send you home on a plane, whatever. All right, no question. And that was it, man. Like, so my focus was, you know, play this game, man. Like, you know, it's the game that I've been playing. My brother played it. He would want me to play it, you know, and I kind of left it at that, you know. It was some emotions there, kind of built up, you know, because I didn't know a lot. Like, there was so many unknowns about it that really had my head scrambling. But football is a hell of a medication, you know, that helps us get through some things. Because you can be going through so much at some times that people will never know, and you're still out there playing the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can think about so many other things that I went through that folk didn't know, you know. And I'm sure y'all had the same when y'all was out there, but you had to go regardless, like defense. Yeah. You know, because it's your job, and you take care of everybody for the most part. You know, and that's why I was at in my family. Like, this is how I make my livelihood. quite frankly, this is what's gonna pay for the funeral. So, you know, let me go get this playoff check.
Yeah.
You know, and that night I was home.
When you do get home and all of that is behind you, you know, the medication is gone, honestly, the distraction.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The distraction is gone. How do you